So, did you get an invitation to do a Mesa video interview? If you did, you're in the right place. I'm going to tell you the questions that you should expect to answer during the video interview. But before we get to that, I want to go over a little bit about the structure that you need to expect, because that is important as well. And then I will give you the questions. So in case you have not met me yet, in case we're just meeting for the first time, I'm Abbie Unger. I'm the owner of Flight Attendant Career Connection, which is a company who offers support, encouragement, resources, and community to aspiring flight attendants. So for the last 7 years, I've been helping aspiring flight attendants land their dream job faster and with less frustration. I would love to help you do that too. And I hope that this video helps you get one step closer to your career goal. So let's first talk a little bit about Mesa Airlines. I have a video that breaks down more information about them as far as the company is concerned, what to expect as far as pay is concerned, also some of their branding. I'm going to put the link to that video in the description. You need to watch it before you do the video interview, because it will help you to be able to connect more with them and their brand. But I'm not going to go over all of that information again today because I have it in the other video. But please, please, please watch the video about Mesa Airlines and their branding in the link below before you do your video, so that you are fully prepared. Okay, so which brings me to a really quick kind of side point. When you're getting ready to do your video interview, now you do have a certain amount of time that you need to get it done. I believe currently that is 1 week for Mesa. It's different for different airlines. You need to get it done within the window, but the goal is not to do a quick video interview or to be the first one or to get it back in 3 hours. Your goal is to do a good video interview, because a good video interview will move you to the next step. A fast, quick video interview may or may not. Okay, so take the time to watch the video. Let's talk about the structure of the Mesa video interview. So if you have never done a video interview before, I do have more videos on that too. Check the link in the description. But basically, it is a one-way video, and you will be recording your answers. There will not be a person on the other end for this stage of the game. It is on demand, so whenever you are ready, you will click the link, and the program will load, and it will start to ask you questions, and you will be recording yourself answering the questions. This is really great because you can do it any time of day, any day, so that it can really fit into your schedule, and you're not having to schedule an interview with a person. That comes later, but this is on demand. Some things that you need to think about. You want your camera on your phone or your video to be so you need to set it up in a way that is stable. So you're not going to be propping it up on something that it would fall over really easily, and you probably don't want to have anyone hold it. Something that's a little bit unique about the Mesa video interview is they will ask you to stand, okay? So they want you to stand up for the video. Right now I'm sitting. Most airlines are fine with this. Mesa wants you to stand up. So what you're going to do is you're going to set your phone or your computer up on something so that it's still about eye level, but you will then stand so that they can see you. It does not need to see you from head to toe. They don't need to see you from the top to the bottom, but because you're going to be standing and kind of walking, they will see more of you than if you were just sitting still. So you do want to be fully dressed. Well, you want to be fully dressed, but you also want to be fully dressed in interview attire, okay? So a couple ways that you can do your setup is outside is always nice if it's quiet enough, because the light is usually good, but inside of a house is fine too, as long as you can be able to kind of walk back and forth. You'll want to mark the ground and the best place for you to stand. So what you'll do is you'll open the camera on your phone or your computer, and then you'll stand back and you'll look and you'll say, okay, good. This is where I want to stand. I look fantastic on video here. And then you'll mark that spot with tape or whatever, so that you know that after you walk up and you say record, you click the button on your computer, then you walk back to your spot and you stand in your spot. Okay, so that just cuts down on the confusion. And like I said, this is just for Mesa. All the other video interviews that you may attempt they're the only ones that ask you to stand. You'll get to sit. Now, you may enjoy standing and decide to do all of your interviews that way, but that's your business, right? Okay, so moving on to the next thing you need to make sure that you're considering and that you're prepared for. Mesa asks you to wear business casual. Business casual, this is business casual for aviation. This is business casual for a very classically corporate situation, okay? So this is not business casual like casual. So actually we kind of need to remove the casual part. I feel like casual is the wrong description, even though they are using the right word, business casual. When we hear casual, we think casual. What they mean is you do not have to wear a full suit. That's basically all it means. But we're wearing one level underneath that. So for gentlemen, business wear is a suit and a tie, right? Suit, tie, button-up shirt. That's business. Business casual is you can take your jacket off. You could even lose the tie if you're feeling extra cash. And you could wear a polo shirt as well, like a collared shirt as well, if that is what is in your closet and that's what you have access to. If you have access to a button-down shirt, I would definitely upgrade to that if you can. But a polo shirt will still work. But this does not mean like a nice t-shirt and nice shorts, okay? Or even a polo shirt and nice shorts. This is business casual. So it's casual for a very classically corporate office, okay? Now, for women, it's a little bit different because our business wear is a little bit broader too. So you don't have to wear a suit, you don't have to wear a skirt and a jacket with a blouse. You can lose your jacket too, but you want to wear sleeves, okay? So a lot of times under our jackets, we wear like a really pretty blouse, but it's a sleeveless shell to kind of cut down on the bulk. You need to wear sleeves, okay? So it needs to be sleeves. Long or short sleeves is totally fine, but not a sleeveless shell. And but you can lose your jacket. You could wear slacks or you could wear a skirt, okay? I said slacks, not jeans, not even like nice khakis. Slacks or a skirt. If you wear a skirt, you better be putting on your pantyhose. I don't know why I'm talking so sassy. This is not kind. I want to change my attitude for y'all. In aviation, with your uniform, you will always be asked to wear pantyhose with your skirt or your dress. So go ahead and put pantyhose on for your interview. It is business wear, and it just will give you a more finished, better look. So go ahead and put on pantyhose if you're going to wear a skirt, especially for this one because you are standing up, okay? Now, as far as the top goes, the same sort of traditional things that we would think about for an interview are important. You do not have to wear a collared shirt, women. You do not have to wear button-up, women. It does not have to be white, okay? The white part goes for women and men. But you do need to wear what would be considered a blouse. So an upgrade from a shirt, an upgrade from a top, you want to wear a blouse. So places you can get blouses are in the suit section at everywhere from JCPenney to Nordstrom to Dillard's to Belk's. You can also check out Ann Taylor and Taylor Loft. Those are great places to find business casual. But remember that on video, you want to make sure that the V is up high enough. Like this V is not really video interview appropriate. It's a little bit on the low side, even though you can't really see any cleavage coming out. It's a little bit lower than I would consider business casual, but I'm not interviewing today. And you will want, so you want to keep that in mind. And pick a color that looks pretty on you. Okay, that's the guideline for the color. Pick a color that looks pretty on you. All right, it doesn't have to be white. It doesn't have to be the airline's colors. It can be either of those, but you really want to pick a color that looks pretty on you. All right, now let's get into the nitty-gritty and the meat of the interview. You will be asked 6 interview questions. Okay, you will have unlimited opportunities to re-record. I want to say that this information is accurate as of the recording of this video, and today is the 25th of October, 2020. All right, I will try to update in the comments or in the description if things change. So check there. It will say like edited to add or something like that. Or you can check out the comments below, because as things change, that's probably how we'll find out. People will say, that was not my experience. But as of today, this is the accurate information. 6 questions, unlimited re-records. What that means is when you record your answer, the question will pop up on the screen. You'll consider it. You will answer the question. And if you don't like your answer, you can re-record it. Different airlines, some airlines will not let you re-record at all. Some will give you 3 re-records. Mesa is giving you unlimited re-records. Remember that our goal is to do a good interview, a good answer. You don't have to have a perfect answer. You don't have to have the most fantastic answer. You don't even have to have the best you could have ever done. You need to have a good answer. The reason I say this is because I've had clients occasionally get caught in the re-record. So you do one, it's okay. You think you can do better. You do it again, it's good. You could probably do better. You do it again, it's bad. You do it again, it's bad. You do it again, you forgot your name. You do it again, now your brain is scrambled. Do it again, you're so nervous that you just can't even think. You do it again, and you wish you'd kept the second take, and it's gone. And so, of course, there's ways we deal with that. If you do end up in that situation, you're going to take a deep breath, you're going to walk away, you're going to shake it out, you're going to give yourself a pep talk, say you are a bad flight attendant candidate, and you can do this. But I just like to warn people, kind of caution them. The unlimited re-records can sometimes be a little bit too tempting, and you can get rid of a really good answer trying to get a perfect answer, and we can never really be perfect, honestly, right? Perfection is not a very good goal to have because it's unattainable. That's the thing about re-records. 6 questions, unlimited re-records. You have 1 minute to answer the question. That's short, okay? That is not a long time. 1 minute to answer the questions. More than likely at the beginning, especially on the first question, you're going to need to use a re-record because a minute goes by so fast. But when you're practicing these questions and you're preparing, you will now know that that's what you're going to be preparing, keeping it at a minute, okay? So that is basically the structure of the table. Keeps shaking. I apologize. I'm sure that is not fun on the video. Sorry. So that's basically the structure. Business casual, standing, 6 questions, 1 minute each, unlimited re-records. Okay. So now let's get into the questions. All right. Question number 1. Now, I don't know what order they're in. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what order they're in. I have not taken the video interview, and I also am not an employee of Mesa. So this is just based on my research as well as my client conversations that I've had with clients. Okay. So question number 1 for our purposes, I don't know what the order they'll be in, but for today's purposes, question number 1. Question number 1 is, it's actually my favorite. What have you learned about yourself during the pandemic? Okay, what have you learned about yourself during the pandemic? So have you learned to be more compassionate, how to communicate better, how important relationships are, how important good customer service is, how important good health and safety is, or numerous other things. What have you learned about yourself during the pandemic? Next question. Who is your role model? Not one of your parents. Who is your role model? Not one of your parents. That is the guideline, the parent thing. That's not my advice. That is actually the guideline. So who is your role model besides your parents? 1 minute. What made you, this is question number 3. What made you apply for the flight attendant position at Mesa? What made you apply for the flight attendant position at Mesa? So this question is why I want you to watch the Mesa video, because this question is not, why do you want to be a flight attendant? This question is, why did you apply for the flight attendant position? So that is flight attendant focused. at Mesa. So why do you want to be a flight attendant, and why do you want to be a flight attendant here at Mesa? That's why you need the branding, the video on the information about the company. So watch that one. I implore you. Okay, next question. What does hospitality mean to you? So as you prepare for this one, your first task is going to be to look up the word hospitality in the dictionary and read it so that you have a very clear picture of what hospitality is. Then, based on that and your experience as a customer service professional, you will think about what hospitality means to you and come up with an answer that is no longer than how long? 1 minute, okay? And then the next question. This is a star format question. I have a video on star format if you don't know what that is. Guess where the link is? In the description. All right, star format. Tell me about a time you handled a difficult situation, customer, coworker, or task. Okay? Tell me about a time you handled a difficult situation, customer, coworker, or task. This is a very broad star format question. It's basically any kind of customer service issue you've ever had, any sort of coworker issue you've had, any sort of task or problem that you've had to solve. So this kind of covers almost every type of situation you could be in. So this is the time when you get to tell your favorite star format story, like your favorite one. So the thing is, it's got to be in under a minute. So that's really quick, especially for star format. So you're going to have to be really succinct with your answer. But whatever your favorite one is, you know, time you gave great customer service, time you overcame an obstacle, time that you had to quickly change your priorities, tell me about a time you faced an emergency. Any of that could be considered a difficult situation, customer, coworker, or task. So nail it. Like you can do like your favorite one. How fun. Okay, star format, 1 minute though. And then here's the last one. Tell me about yourself. What is important to you? Again, this one is a broad question like the last one, but kind of in a harder way. Whereas the other one was broad and you get to pick your favorite star format story to tell and shine. This time we're going very broad. Tell me about yourself and what's important to you. So one thing to remember that sometimes trips people up is when people say, tell us about yourself, we sometimes immediately talk about things that are part of our personal life. I'm 39. I've been married for 12 years. I have 3 children. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. We currently live in Hawaii. Like things that are very personal. So some of that is okay if it's relevant to Mesa. If it matters to them, you want to use this opportunity to tell them things about yourself that will show them how you are an excellent candidate, how you would be an asset to their company. You know, being married for 12 years doesn't necessarily make me more like a better flight attendant candidate, right? So you want to kind of go from a professional angle. And then don't tell them how old you are. There's really no reason to tell them how old you are at all. So don't tell them how old you are. Talk about who you are. Tell me about yourself from a professional point of view. A little bit about your background, things that you're passionate. And then the second part is what is important to you. So those are things that you're passionate about. Okay. What is important to you? Again, kind of from a professional point of view. So if you can think about what is important to me professionally, giving excellent customer service, being in a place where I feel like I can make a difference, working with a team that is making a difference in the world, whatever that is, what is important to you? Okay, so that's all the questions. Maybe I'll put them up in a graphic here. Now I'm going to read them to you one more time in case you're writing them down. What have you learned about yourself during the pandemic? Who is your role model? Not a parent. What made you apply for the flight attendant position at Mesa? What does hospitality mean to you? Tell me about a time you handled a difficult situation, customer, coworker, or task. And tell me about yourself. What is important to you? So that's the current Mesa video interview, skinny and lowdown. I hope that you found this helpful. If you were stuck on any of the things that I was sort of talking about, star format, things like that, please check out the description, the links in the description, so that you can check out the tutorials on those different types of interview questions. Mesa Airlines is growing right now. They're one of the biggest hiring right now during the pandemic, when we're kind of seeing a slowdown. So I'm so excited about all the opportunities that I'm seeing in the Facebook group for people to interview with them. And, the competition is getting steeper. So because there are less opportunities, but that doesn't mean that if you know that you were meant to be a flight attendant, or you know that you are a stinking good flight attendant who is currently working with clipped wings, that you cannot be the one that Mesa chooses. It's not the one. They're choosing a bunch. You cannot be one of the ones that Mesa chooses. So don't let the enhanced competition derail you in any way. You know you're a good flight attendant. Go out there, show them in the video interview, ace training, and then I can't wait to see you in the sky. Talk to you later.